Hey guys, this is Healthy Life Designing. I'm Darian Rolls. We are here with Allison Forche.
Thank you for having me.
We kind of scrambled a little bit to kind of pull this thing together today. So I'm really grateful that you're able to set aside the time and to chat with us about business.
Happy to be here, and something I'm very passionate about. So happy to share about how I like to help business owners.
So where did your journey start? Because you've got a pretty thick background.
My journey started as a traditional divorce attorney. And if you had told me that I was going to be working with Gerber at this point in my life, I would have said, I can't even begin to understand what that path looks like. What I realized through my practice and growing my family was that there were all sorts of pivots that my life was going to make that were going to be unexpected. And the one thing that's at the heart of who I am is entrepreneurship. And what I mean by that is I was a traditional divorce attorney, loved what I did. My second child had some health concerns. He was premature. And so I took a break from practicing. I then was ready to return. And my husband, who is a business owner, we own a business, said, I have some issues in my business and you have the expertise that I don't to come take a look. When I took a look, it snowballed into running his company for 15 years. And it was a very happy journey because I could be a mom and run his company as well.
Right.
And I thoroughly enjoyed growing his company and met so many amazing individuals on my path. And one of the individuals that I met was Randy Gerber, the owner and founder of the firm that I now work with. And Randy and I hit it off from the get-go. And I loved what Gerber did to provide business advice to help first generation entrepreneurs grow their businesses. And what that means is help entrepreneurs who start their own businesses from the ground up, who take that leap of faith with a really great idea or a really great service to provide and take the risk of going and creating a business around that. And I know the journey of being an entrepreneur through growing my husband's business. I know the journey through having a mediation practice of my own on the side and growing that business. And I guess my love for entrepreneurs and that journey and solving pain points and problems was what attracted me to Randy, because that's exactly what our team does. With Randy, long before I joined his team, because I knew the power of what he could do to help entrepreneurs. And what he and our team do is help entrepreneurs build killer rock star businesses and live happier lives. And that's our whole goal.
Yeah, that's a pretty great goal to have. I would like that goal. I mean, I find myself, I think we've owned about three different businesses in probably the past 10 to 12 years, somewhere around there. So it's a whole different ballgame when you're the mom and you're an entrepreneur at the same time, because I read something recently about trying to wear all of these different hats and try to balance it. But I feel like it's one of these things that can become so natural to people when you're passionate about it. It's not so much of a, how am I going to figure this out? How am I going to do that? It's kind of like if you just keep taking steps forward and taking those little risks, things fall into place, and maybe not where you thought it was going to fall into place, but it does. And for me, I can say that because I'm doing what I'm passionate about, it changes everything. I mean, I don't have to go clock in and clock out somewhere. It's my business.
That's exactly right. And that is definitely the beauty of being an entrepreneur, and the roller coaster ride of being an entrepreneur is, how do I make sure I have built a business that is going to grow and scale consistently and sustainably while I am living a happy life and fulfilling my goals with my family and what I want for my family. And that's what we help you create in our emerging entrepreneur experience, is structuring your business with all of the best of what we have done for 29 years in guiding business owners to grow from six-figure revenue businesses to seven-figure revenue businesses highly effectively and with consistency. Many business owners don't realize all growth isn't good growth, that you need to be strategic about your growth, and
So can
that
I stop you
can
there
grow
for a
you out of
second?
business.
So can I
Sure.
just, yeah. So can you go a little bit deeper with that, with what you just said? Some people focus
So
on certain growths.
yeah. If you, when we as business owners start growing our businesses, we don't realize that there are ideal clients that we want, or ideal customers that we want. We don't realize that taking every bit of business is going to keep us in chaos and in a tailspin if the infrastructure of our business, the processes and strategies, the team and how the team is organized, and how it is the team on the same page, all of the things that we teach you and we help you align and integrate into your business with our 9-module course. If you don't have those things in place, you may not be ready for that growth. You may not be ready for that client. You may not realize that that client is going to, you may have an opportunity that you think you've got to take, and it disrupts your business in a way that threatens the survival of your business.
Yes.
And with what we do, we help you recognize that importance and that placement of strategy in your business to know what you really want more of, to learn how to get what you want more of, and to grow your business in the way that your business is meant to grow and will grow with good health.
Wow, that's great. Well, I think we're going to take a quick break right there. And when we come back, I'm going to have Allison kind of dive deeper into the different strategies, how long their program lasts, and more of the details and how you can get involved yourself. So stick around and we'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Amanda Wattenberg, Regional Director at Ohio Guidestone. Do you or does someone you know have a substance abuse disorder? Have you been thinking about getting help, but don't know where to start? It takes a lot of courage to ask for help, but it's the most important step you can take. If you think you know everything that's available in Fairfield County, think again. Like other chronic diseases, addiction can be managed successfully. Treatment enables people to counteract addiction's powerful, disruptive effects on the brain's behavior and regain control of their lives. Even if it takes multiple attempts, treatment does work and people do recover from addiction every day. So keep trying because your life matters. You matter, and we're here to help. Call 211 and ask for the treatment resources available right here in Fairfield County.
This message is brought to you by the Fairfield County Adam H. Board. Fairfield Federal. When it comes to our customers and our community, we go above and beyond to help. Our people make the difference.
We were retiring from Tucson, Arizona, and we made a retirement trip out around Ohio, having decided that's where we wanted to be. And we came across this town called Lancaster, and we fell in love with the downtown area where the fountain is and the memorials and the flags and all this stuff. And we looked around and I said, there's our bank right there.
There's something to be said about a community bank in your hometown.
Right. If you live in the community, you should do business in the community as much as possible. So it makes sense to bank with the community bank where you live.
Fairfield Federal is the bank to be at. If you live in this town, or any town actually, you want to bank at a local home bank. And the employees are happy here, they're conversant, customer service is through the roof. There's nothing more you could ask for.
Personal or business banking, whatever you need, we take it seriously because we know you do. Stop by today at any of our 3 locations and see why the difference is clear. Fairfield Federal Savings and Loan specializes in banking that revolves around you.
Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome to the Dream Machine.
Like to be part of Dream Machine, keep me busy, and it's also important that we do it together as a group, and we plow and plant, and we have lots of produce. We have tomatoes like one here, and gourds, cucumbers, squash, crawberries, beets, microgreens. We also have flower arrangement, and we also sell bags, those tote bags out of animal food bags, and we sell them out in the market, farmers market.
It's a special place that keeps people healthy by eating a couple fruits and vegetables. I always show people, first time they pick raspberries and green beans, I show them how to do it like they do it wrong. Picking raspberries and green beans is simple, easy for me. When entering some things in the field like pumpkins, the gourds were growing, and everyone likes them. Tasty.
The average text takes your eyes off the road for nearly 5 seconds.
Hey guys, this is Healthy Life Designing. I'm Darian Rolls. We are here. We've been talking to the wonderful Allison Forche, which has one of the coolest names, if I don't say. And she is going to kind of walk us through how you get involved with the company and some of the steps.
Absolutely. So the program that I've alluded to is our Emerging Entrepreneur Program. And it's called our Emerging Entrepreneur Experience. And if you're interested in the program, then I would set up a time to speak with you and share with you in detail about the program. But to give you some details now It is a 9-module program, and we have the content, all of which we created, and all of the materials that we created to go along with each module, from the guidance that we have provided business owners to grow into the millions of dollars, many in the $40 million range today, with the guidance that we share with you to start building your business. So it's the best of what these business owners did to scale their companies effectively. And I always equate the program to starting from the ground up, like building a house. And every business owner attends great webinars and hears great things, and we try to self-implement those things into our business, and that's great. But what our program does, through our experience and years of guiding business owners highly effectively, we know that there's a prioritization to how you implement processes and strategies into your business to make it very effective for you. And so that's how we've organized the program. So we begin with your mission, vision, and values, and really identifying, even if you had gone through some process when you began your business, we take a really deep dive into getting them right for your business, to speak to who you really are.
Yes.
And we give you feedback as you are learning the information. The workbook that we use, you are asked questions as you're learning in each session. Here's how you apply this. Go ahead and do this. And then we give you feedback about how you've applied it to your business to help you narrow in on the perfect core values for you, the ones that truly identify who Darian Rolls and healthy lifestyle is.
Yeah. So how long does each module, are they all different? I mean, do you have to go in order with each one? How long does each one last? They're virtual now? Are they in person at all?
Yes. The answer is that there are 2 delivery formats. There is still an in-classroom version that you can participate in via Zoom, or that you can participate in live on site at our company on the scheduled date that we have those. And we give you the entire year's calendar when we launch the program. And those sessions are with other entrepreneurs who are participating in the program that want that classroom style learning. And those are usually about 3 hours, and they're once a month.
Okay.
If you choose to participate virtually, then we deliver all of the content to you, and you move through in the same exact way all of the material like you would in the class, except you're not getting live feedback from us while you're viewing the video, because it's at whatever time works for that entrepreneur.
Right.
So with that group, what we do to give live feedback is we have a weekly guidance call, so that those participants that are participating virtually are able to share what they've done in a module and get that same feedback. We also have a Facebook group in which all of our participants are networking and talking and sharing ideas, and our team monitors and responds in the Facebook group, and we use Slack. So either way you're engaging with us. It's just a little bit different how you move through the modules and the feedback, how the feedback is delivered based on which way you're doing it.
What are some of the things, like pivotal moments, that you've found or comes up a lot for business owners within the program?
Absolutely. So I think core values, where we begin, is very eye-opening. There are lots of business owners who really are much better, they have much better clarity once they go through the process of finding core values that are really speaking to who they are, and not to any other business out there who does what they do, that really define them. That's a very aha moment for many of our business owners. We teach about cash flow, and we teach you tools for understanding your cash flow and your cash flow management and understanding your financials. And that was a big pain point it's a big pain point for business owners, the struggle between their personal and their business financial, and keeping them separate and understanding the interplay between them. But that was a very exposed area for the majority of business owners when COVID hit, because they didn't have good cash flow management. They didn't understand it. And they had just relied on having great revenue and a great economy, and they weren't paying attention, cutting expenses and understanding how to run lean and have good margins. And those are all things that our business owners were very successful in dealing with during COVID, because they had learned these things with us. And the ones going through emerging during that time that had the benefit of learning it in the right timing.
Yes.
Also, we've got business owners that doubled this year during COVID, that doubled their earnings from last year, their revenue.
That's awesome.
So yeah, it is. It's very powerful. Another, we talk about branding as one of our modules, and identifying your ideal customer, hiring and culture. And that's a huge pain point for business owners, especially during COVID, because you need to understand who your A players are. People were furloughing and trying to decide what to do about employees, and, you know, all of those dynamics come into play even more so when you are trying to figure out who's an asset, who gets what you do and is an A player growing your business.
Right.
How do you have A players when you're now in a hybrid situation with your work environment?
Right.
And we have had the opportunity and the privilege of coaching all of our business owners to very successfully strategize and make pivots that have made lots of them thrive during COVID.
Another thing that I wanted to mention, because you and I have spoke before a couple different times now, and it's also confidential within the groups that you're in, right?
That's correct. So in the in-person, where you're sitting in the room with the other entrepreneurs, you're in a surrounding where you are the only business owner in your business category. And we do that very intentionally. On the virtual side, because you're engaging differently with the other business owners, it isn't as vulnerable. And so you could be a web designer in New York, and someone else could be a web designer in California, and they're not really worried about that same situation.
Right.
In the live in person, we very strategically place only one of a type of business in each cohort, so that you have a very confidential space where you aren't feeling vulnerable, that you're going to give your best forward and someone else is going to use it in their business.
Well, and you won't feel like you're in competition with someone, but I feel like once you get so far with your business, as far as your income goes, just from my personal experience and people that I know, you do become pretty private with a lot of things, especially when it does come to your business and how you operate your business. And so, I mean, I feel like this would be such a great opportunity for people to try something different. And I mean, and so many people right now, we're recording out of our homes or a home office. I mean, this is just what it is right now. And, you know, if somebody was interested in reaching out and seeing how they can further into signing up, where would they go to find that?
Absolutely. So I can provide you my contact information, and that's where their journey begins, is let's have a conversation. I have the privilege in the position that I have with Gerber that I get to meet amazing entrepreneurs every day and offer the opportunity to help them effectively realize all of their dreams of growing a really awesome business and being happy business owners. Most of our business owners have families that they're juggling in whatever situation. Whatever your scenario is, we can help you build your business and really explode at the right rate for your business.
Right.
With great success.
Excellent. Well, thank you so very much for squeezing in this time so we can learn more about you and all of the great things that you guys are doing. It's awesome. I hope to be able to sign up eventually and become a part of it. And I'd love to work with you as well. But that is all that we have time for today, guys. Allison Forche, she is such a wonderful person. And hopefully you guys get the chance to meet and work with her and you won't regret it. That's all we have time for, and we will see you soon.